So I got my complaint form back. Oh, sorry. Hello. This ongoing battle with the Edmonton police is going. And here's the issue. On August 17th, I was arrested for a very nasty, very, very disgusting charge where it was alleged that I beat my animals, quote, unquote. I'm not much of a talker, so I'll let you guys read what you can read, and this is word for word that I'm stating from them. All this, plus more. So on August 17th, they conducted this search warrant to look for a stun baton or pepper spray because I was alleged to beat my animals with these said items. They said I beat my animals with the said devices. So they came back and they railroaded me, which was expected. I kind of avoided looking at this. I just got it in the mail today, and I didn't really want to see it. So, here we go. On page 2, it says, in discharging that screening function, I am to consider the strength, consistency, and completeness of the available evidence. And that should be fucking stated, because at no time did they request any of my evidence. They didn't request any medical files. They didn't request any of the filming I did when the cops came and harassed me all those times when they showed up for quote unquote wellness checks. And that's funny because I have no friends or family. So who the fuck would be calling the cops on me for a wellness check? Right? So, it's just a hint for a bunch of racist cops to come and do what they want and come harass you. And then that's what they do. So, that was whatever. To consider the strength and consistency and completeness of the available evidence, which I already stated, they never requested any of my evidence, any of the film that I did. And to use my experience in policing and my understanding of the EPS organization and its policies, I may assess the reliability of the evidence, not the credibility of the individuals that provide it. Another key word that should be seen. So, as I said, they came on August 17th, guns drawn, SWAT team members, and this Cunningham cop, badge number 3460, and the other cunt cop, 2093. Couple of Nazi fucking cunts, especially Cunningham. That cunt. Anyway, I'm trying to not be just angry. So anyway, they arrested me on August 17th on those charges. And then on their thing there, other than your claims, no substantive evidence has been provided or found to support your claims that the officers were racist towards you. Once again, they didn't request any of the filming.
That's why they call it squirreling it away. So then why are you thinking that? Squirrels are nature savers. You're thinking that automatically finds it.
Now, this is the great part. The withdrawal of your criminal charges did not reflect improperly on Constable Cunningham's investigation, as charges can be withdrawn by the Crown for a multitude of reasons. It is important to note that a police officer, and the Alberta Crown Prosecution Services are bound by different standards when assessing the viability of charges arising out of an investigation. Now, one of the reasons the charges were withdrawn, is because under the investigation, it was deemed that the abuse couldn't have happened. And here's why. They came in on August 17th stating that I showed you the search warrant and everything. Y'all seen it. If not, please don't make me go through my papers again. Rewind the film. Go check it out, kind of thing. I showed it to you. It stated that I fucking used weapons on these dogs. Now in Canada, we get a disclosure. What does the Crown have on me? This paper here is important because this is their disclosure that they gave to me on the date of my pretrial on Halloween of 18. On August 8, 2018, between the hours of 1200 and 1500 hours, the snitch Nazi goof observed me in my backyard grabbing a dog violently by the bottom of the throat and throwing the animal against a brick wall. I don't know if I can show you, but there's a brick wall. It's 2 yards over. So it's more than 50 feet. So I'm not Randy Johnson. I don't have the size. I'm only 5'11" and a drink of water. What's Randy Johnson? 6'10"? I couldn't even fit in my damn house if I was Randy Johnson. So he stated that I picked up her and threw her more than 50 feet into a brick wall. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm stupid, but I'm having a little self-confidence issues now. My thing is, as good as the dog as she is, nothing is going to allow you to pick it up by her throat and then just chuck it 50 feet. And people are saying, well, that was a few months ago. Well, she's over a fucking 100 pounds. I'm supposed to pick up a 100-pound dog that's not dead weight, that's not going to fight, and chuck it 50 feet. That's a notice from my doctor who verified that I have severe back issues. I could pick up 100 pounds, but I have to brace and prepare for it. I couldn't just grab it and pick it up. I'd fuck my back up severely. So they say I throw this dog, and they say she was a year old back in August. Problem is, she wasn't a year old until February 11th. So you can do the math to figure out the age there. I'm pretty tired. It's late. It's been a long day since I got this. So they said I picked up Leia, 100 pounds. We'll say anywhere from 60 to 80 pounds. She's about 120 now. She's solid muscle. I'm pretty proud of myself. So my thing is, and my doctor stating that I couldn't have picked up the damn dog and thrown it 50 fucking plus feet. That is my veterinarian's papers for my dog, because of her age, she just got her shots here. When was she in here? 9/25/18 at 3:13 p.m. On the 6th, 16. Yeah, so she was 6 months. On June 25th, I took her in for the shots here. June 25th. June 25th. So June, July. We finally got her shots done just at the end of July. August was when this allegation went. So there's the veterinarian paper. So this was a month before. Now my thing is, I know a lot about abuse because I'm a survivor from the Alberta Child Welfare Abuse class action. I helped start it. I helped win it. Like I said, I was expecting to be railroaded by this Nazi organization in the city. I am suing them for $6.5 million, and I will be in the next coming weeks looking for legal advice and how to do the claims and everything, to file through the court system. I'm not going to wait for the appeal because it is a racist organization. We're not going to get anywhere. They're going to use their clout to keep fucking dicking me around, because here's another thing that's kind of funny. At the same time I started this complaint, on my Instagram account, which was Turtle Island Stories, which Instagram just mysteriously erased one day because there was film on my Instagram, which Instagram is also covering up and helping covering up and conspiring to covering up, because Instagram's racist or corrupt, whatever you want to choose. They erased my account, which had the police show up at my house on July 7th, threatening to take my dog away from me. And then on August 17th, they show up to fucking back that threat up. They were also filmed in or around harassing me. But that was, they're cutting that up as Shelley Fisher, the Nazi, the Gestapo at 2093, was doing her job investigating. So all the harassment, the cops sitting outside my house and everything, was them investigating me. Which was on film. Which Instagram erased, and they refused to give me back my footage. So, on August 31st, it went from I beat my animals with cattle prods and bear spray to I picked up the dog, threw it more than 50 feet. I know I'm pretty fucking awesome, but that's fucking crazy. And then they say the withdrawal of your charges do not reflect improperly on Cunningham. And then they say the standards and assessing the viability of charges arising out of an investigation between the Crown and the cops are, it's important to note, when assessing the viability of charges of investigation, to believe that you committed an offense. This differs from the standard of review conducted by the Crown for criminal prosecution, which examines whether there is a reasonable likelihood of conviction from the evidence. Well, my complaint was that they were racist, they abused me, which they never fucking touched. That they beat my ass downtown, that when they arrested me, they took me to the North End Division, where the North End cops decided to harass me, call me a fucking animal beater, and all this other shit. Now, they're in the white man's law, there's innocent until proven guilty. But since I'm native and non-white, and the Edmonton police are racist, and as I said, the chief of police has ties and is a member of the Conservative Party, which is the Canadian version of the Republic Party down in Trump-Erica, bunch of Nazis and whatnot. He has connections to these conservatives, which are blatantly racist towards natives and towards poor people, which I am both. And he's covering it up. And then it says, there's a signature, and if you'll notice the paragraph right over here. Other than your claims, no substantial evidence has been provided. They did not request the film footage that I have, the film footage of July 7th, where the cops showed up threatening to take my dog, or the paperwork, because they would have had a complaint, which I'm going to have to draw out myself. They have none of that. They didn't request any of my film footage. They never did, but there's no evidence. But I showed you the warrants. The warrants state that I beat my dogs with a cattle prod, or they were sorry. That I was charged with animal cruelty, and they came into my house searching for a cattle prod and bear spray and that type of shit, which they didn't find. Strike one. Strike two is the disclosure. All of a sudden, there's no mention of cattle prods or bear spray. Now I picked up my dog by the throat and chucked it more than 50 feet. 80-pound dog, dead weight, gonna be fighting, but yet I somehow managed to pick up the dog, chuck it 50 feet. Like I said, I'm good, but I ain't that damn good. And on top of that, the Edmonton police stole my property, my pup's remote control car. They didn't return it. They refused to return it. Why? I have no idea. They probably trashed it. There's no, they didn't mention anything about the other half of my complaint, about the denial of rights and the abuse that happened down in the basement in the holding cells. No mention of that. Wonder why. But they think I'm fucking stupid and I'm just gonna let this go. Well, the Alberta government thought the same thing too when I said I was gonna sue them, and I helped start the Alberta child welfare class action for all the abuse. And what happened to that? I have my veterinarian report, which was done a month prior to the alleged abuse. Not even a month, a few weeks. But they never requested this. What else do I got here that debunks their bullshit? Oh, yeah. My doctor, who went on record stating that I couldn't have done it, no matter what. And I will be suing Animal Care and Control Center because I want their reports too, which will go back to saying that there is no evidence of abuse. My veterinarians already stated that if they were abused with cattle prods and bear spray, there would be definitely charring of the skin and of the fur. No reports of that, but yet whatnot. It also should be mentioned on July 7th, the film footage that I fucking stated that I had, Cunningham, Officer Cunningham, 3460, was one of the officers making the threats of stealing my dog, taking my dog away from me. Go figure. So I'm in for another big, I guess you would say a back-end letter from ID Productions. Thank you, Rosie, and thank you for ID Productions for coming up. I don't have any family or friends. That was nice of them. And another issue is that I put them on charges was harassment and they were terrorizing me because they hid behind these wellness checks. I have no family or friends, so who the fuck would be calling the cops to show up here to say, oh, we care about him. Can you go search, make sure he's okay? Nobody. So they didn't ask for any evidence. They changed their evidence from the arrest, from when I was arrested, from I beat my animals with cattle prods and whatnot, to I chucked my fucking dog more than 50 feet. But that's not false arrest. The people that made the racist fucking couple that made the false allegations, nothing happened to them because they're white. But yet I have to deal with all this. And on top of that, they stole all my possessions. They stole her muzzle, specially ordered muzzle. They stole her fucking, her remote control car, her leash, her dog tags, her rabies tags, her collar. They took it all. They refused to fucking return it. So, I guess I'm in the long haul, and something I really didn't want to do. I just wanted to get my settlement money and write my book, but now I have to go into a big lawsuit. Against a bunch of white privileged, racist, fucking Nazi cops that after all these fucking years, the city of Edmonton, this goofy, bow-tying, Sheldon Cooper, pedophile, snitch-looking motherfucking mayor is turning a blind eye to, along with city council. They all look the other way while they let their stormtroopers run around being racist, doing false arrests. And by false arrest, what is the definition of a false arrest? They came into my house under the pretense that I beat my animals with a cattle prod and bear spray. They searched my fucking house. They didn't find it. There was no signs of abuse on my animals. They did not do any investigation. And when when they put the pressure on, like they always do to natives, because they think we're stupid and drunk, where we'll just fucking, okay, let's just get this over with. I'll plead guilty and give me my time and whatnot. I wasn't having any of that. And I'm not going to have any of that. I am suing. I am taking this fucking city. I am taking all involved. And I'm going to sue. And do I want to? No. All I asked was public acknowledgement and a public apology. That, because the city of Edmonton says, oh, we're trying to mend our fucking relationship with natives. How the fuck are you going to mend any relationship with natives while you got your fucking stormtroopers out there doing what they did? What they're always doing, and you looking the other way and saying fucking, oh, we're going to mend relationships with natives, while the fucking cops on the other end are fucking doing this shit, this Nazi shit. I've had enough, and I'm standing up. And if I have to sue, I'm going to fucking sue. All I asked was for them to apologize and acknowledge. That's how you mend fences. Acknowledging your mistakes and saying, we fucked up, we're sorry. Like I had to. Why do you think I've been alone for 20 years? Because I know my issues and I don't want to fucking cause any more issues, so I kept myself reclused and fucking away. Which is pretty responsible of me because I'm chucking out everything. I'm forcing myself to be alone so I don't hurt anybody or cause any more issues. Can the cops say that? Can the cops who portray themselves as superior, white privileged, superior racists that think they're better than everybody, can they do what I did, and doing? Acknowledge your mistakes, acknowledge your flaws, and deal with them. For 20 years, I've been alone because I know that I have mental issues and I don't want to hurt anybody. But these cops can come into my life, search my house, not find anything, deny all my rights, abuse me, take me downtown and abuse me, which they didn't even fucking mention on any of the complaints. They didn't ask for any of my evidence to back up my claims. Isn't that fucked up? They took their side of the story and it completely ignored the shit that I have to back up mine. They didn't ask for any of the film for when these cops showed up on these wellness checks. They have no reason to be here on a wellness check to be harassing me. I have no family or friends that would give a shit about me. This is just fucking mind-boggling. Is it me? Am I crazy? Am I stupid to think that if there was abuse, there should be signs of abuse? If they fucking came in here, they didn't find the weapons, there's no signs of abuse. They didn't do an investigation. And then the cops changed the rules and said, no, he didn't beat him, he chucked the dog. That's not corrupt. That's not false arrest. So, what do you think? I know I rambled on along. I'm tired. I'm extremely mad. I'm frustrated. I've been railroaded like this by the Alberta government when I started the fucking, the Alberta welfare cause and whatnot. So, I'll accept any feedback, any advice would be helpful and thankful, and thank you for giving me your time.